In the context of the run game, what's been your evaluation of the offensive line so far, and where do you feel like that group still has to go?
Yeah, we've got to continue to get better. Obviously, as we move forward, the unit that we're facing this week going to be the best unit we've played up to this point, and we've got to continue to play guys like Caden and like Jacob so that we're able to play multiple guys at the front spot. I think we've ended up playing 10 last week. Troy also has played a lot of ball for us here in the first 3 weeks, which has been good to see. The run game, we need more production from that standpoint. And we need to create some explosives at times in the run game. So we'll look forward to that being a big part of who we are as we're moving forward as well.
Talk about that stuff. Has it felt more like difficult to get guys into a rhythm, or has it been something up front about kind of the scheme and everything?
It's a mix of things. As you go back and watch the tape, has something to do with the backs at times, or entry angles, or whatever it may be, winning our one-on-ones when we have the opportunity to in space. But again, feel good about where the group is. Need them to have a great week of work as we go on the road.
Jeff, is your left guard position unsettled, or are you just working guys through because you have talent? And also, on defense, you talked about Cincinnati a little bit, but they're pretty good statistically. What do you see out of them as a whole?
Yeah, we're going to continue to roll some guys up front. We've got guys that deserve to play, and those guys have played, and they'll continue to.
Jeff, coming back to the offensive line as it relates to the run game, you say we need to improve. Where do those improvements need to come, and what areas are you happy with?
Yeah, again, it all depends on what situation you're in. Is it a short yardage situation? Is it a PN10? What is it? And then the next part of it is, from an improvement standpoint, there's so much of it that goes into the back's entry angles and where he's playing through the line of scrimmage and making sure that we're clean from that standpoint. So it is, the 5 big boys, it's the tight end, it's the back, it's the QB, all working together to make sure we're maximizing every single carry. I think the biggest thing is if we go block a run for 7 yards, quote unquote, then we need to at least gain 7 yards. You'd like to be able to go block a run for 7 yards and gain 25, and that's what I mean by winning our one-on-ones. So we've got to maximize that. Continuing to clean up fundamentally across the board for everybody is a huge part of it, and we'll continue to focus on that and work on that.
Jeff, when we talk to offensive linemen, we hear a lot of talk about the word chemistry and togetherness and stuff like that. You have to play that way to be an effective unit. But when you have shuffling at one of those positions, guys in and out or different guys, does that affect chemistry? Does it affect the pace at which you develop that chemistry?
Yeah, there's got to be a heightened urgency in communication and making sure that everybody's on the same page all the time. I think with the guys that are playing and rolling in there, it's because there's not a drop-off in how we're playing, obviously, and there's not a big issue from a communication or a chemistry standpoint because we don't want to put that at risk. But it takes, urgency by Rame and whoever the tackle is, playing next to the guy and making sure that everybody's doing a great job communicating Monday through Saturday. Once they get in the building today and everybody being on the same page, that's definitely part of it.